too much of a recap since we don't need one. All right. With the party's successful defeat of the Inkwalk Jaw, after it had emerged forth from the burning wreckage due to the Steelwater leader Fretton tossing a firebomb atop the crates and unleashing it upon you, you now sit in the ruins of the warehouse with furniture thrown all over the place, stuff littering the ground, bodies in your wake. Not too many, but a couple bodies. And the other half of the Steelwaters unconscious and arrested, with Fretton himself currently incapacitated in the jaws of Nippers as the large crocodile drags him around by the ankle. All right, so right now Fretton is unconscious, and unless you heal him, he will not regain enough HP to wake back up for about an hour. So until then, if you wanted to question him, you are open to do whatever you want to do. You can inspect the ruined remains of the Inkwalk Jaw. You can collect the box with the silver lock that Marok stole from the office. Check the ledger. Do whatever you want.
Did you refill my health because of the level up?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. I think I will check out the remains first.
Okay. Orion, as you stand over the remnants of the Inkwalk Jaw, well, I'll have Soren. Soren will write it down and he'll make a little drawing of it, like he did the first time. But Orion, as you stand over the remnants of the Inkwalk Jaw, its pool of black, almost liquid-like flesh sits idly now, no longer writhing and moving, seemingly have lost all sense of sentience. In fact, you see nothing. There's no bones, no organs, no eyes, teeth, nothing. It is just a pool of black, a puddle that litters the floor and staining some of the walls. There is not much to observe because there's not much left.
Should I roll like a investigation check or anything like that?
What exactly are you trying to investigate?
I have no idea. Just see if there's anything that could be potentially used or potentially discerned.
Are you trying to dig in potentially perhaps deeper into what it's made of?
Yeah, maybe something we could use to try and trace back to the painter or trace these creatures back to their creation.
See, now that is something I can work with.
Possibly find some way to maybe like get rid of them easier or more efficiently. Sure, their weaknesses may be a total crapshoot, as you've mentioned before. Like one could, like this one here was basically a living version of the, what is it, counter and mirror abilities from like Pokemon. Basically a giant Wobbuffet. But and the one we fought before that were affected by water, I believe. I don't remember.
No, they came out of water.
I forgot what like really messed them up is all.
Radiant damage.
That was it. Thank you. So for all we know, the next ones we come across could be, weak to fire or thunder or something like that. So I want to try and see if there's any way we could potentially either track them down from where they originated, or find some way to start tracking them, like how they're made, or potentially an easier way to get rid of them, like say a more common weakness.
Well, unfortunately, Orion, the things you are asking are very different checks. So I will let you choose one. If you would like to try to track them, or maybe figure out a way to track them, that will be a survival check. And if you would like to try to understand maybe a sort of pattern in their weaknesses, that would be a nature check.
Okay.
And if you would like to try
survival or nature?
Yes. You'll get different
Ironically,
things depending on
survival,
your
I
skill.
actually have a bit of a bonus or proficiency in. So
Well, I have one more for you.
Too late.
Okay, he's already rolled it.
What was the other option?
A 7.
The
final option was going to be investigation, to try to determine maybe just how they are animated, or perhaps just what makes their makeup in terms of their ink different than that of a normal writing utensil or a painter's brush.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too late. You rolled the survival, and unfortunately, a 7 is not enough. Due to their indiscriminate abilities and the way they tend to just appear from various mundane objects that permeate daily life, you don't really see a pattern or a way to track them down, or to see any consistent way that you can follow them back to a source that they would belong to. You will have to do some further investigating to possibly...
Well, to be fair, this was also more a case of like what they're made of, and therefore something we could look into. Like say what like we know they're made of ink. Duh, is in the name, but like a specific mixture of the ink.
Exactly.
Perhaps?
They didn't exactly introduce themselves as, "Hey, hello, I'm the Ink Jaw." Like, we're kind of metagaming that sense, right?
Well, you can kind of, I mean, Orion is partially right. Like, you can pretty much tell they're made of some type of ink or paint, because that is what you've been told, and it's pretty obvious just by the way they look. They look drawn.
Mm-hmm. Like think
Also,
like you're looking through at like say a cast of a boot print. So then you start looking into basically every single shoemaker to see who possibly bought that kind of shoe.
But
that sort of idea is what I was going for.
Did someone say shoes?
Unfortunately, though, Orion, you failed your check, so I cannot give you anything.
Dang.
As he's inspecting the body, I'm going to have the men checking for contraband and checking to make sure there isn't another Inkwalk jaw hiding in any of the other boxes and crates.
All right.
Also,
after
to
having
lock down the ship and make sure there isn't any other crates on there.
All right, sounds good. Having arrested the Steel Waters and started to cart them away.
Why are there 2 nippers on here, by the way?
What do you mean? Where's the other one?
He's in the water.
Oh. Get out of here, nippers.
Hello.
All right. As the remaining Steel Waters are hauled off, Grin and the remaining members of the Watch will begin to go through everything amidst the warehouse, seeking out through the different storage compartments, the barrels, the crates, the supplies, seeing if anything is amiss. Most of it seems to appear as no more than just stolen merchandise. Stuff from around the city, maybe stuff from the outskirts, and just brought here, likely to be resold or hoarded by the gang in a bid to do whatever they need with it. Cause more trouble, amass more wealth. General skullduggery. They do not find anything related to wine or tainted that might release another creature. Nothing looks too ominous. It appears to be this was the only one. And they give you a firm report once their check is over.
All right, I'll catalog it for the Duchess to read over if she wants to, and I'll you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lock down the sailors or navigators on the ship that brought it here. Not necessarily just the grunts that helped haul it here, but the people who actually brought the ship.
Oh, that's the funny thing, Amaryllis. Yeah, they were actually. Well, you know what? Never mind. I had originally was gonna make all of them just disguised members of the Stillwater gang, but you're probably right. Some of them probably wouldn't be members of the gang. Some were probably coerced through bribes or money or something like that. So
Hostages.
Part of Stillwater or
Like,
not?
like basically forced to operate the ship because the gang members didn't know how.
Red, let him finish.
Sorry.
Forced or not, just I know there's gonna be like at least one person who operated the navigation, and I want to know where they picked up the the item.
All right. The watch will hop onto the vessel. It's a little ship with a not so interesting name, and Grin boarding the smaller ship will cause it to kind of rock a little bit given his size. But
I was about to say no. I was about to say Grin steps foot on the ship and just sinks immediately.
The small coerced merchant crew members, most of them likely inexperienced, will immediately fold at the intimidating sight of the Capitol Guard invading their small little schooner. And they will offer up information quite readily and very freely. And they will say that everything that they were told to pick up originally came from the I get my notes. Came from the Crestview Vineyard. In fact, if you had checked the crates and stuff like that yourself, Amaryllis, you would have seen each of them is stamped with the crest of the Crestview Vineyard, a winery estate on the other side of the lake, famed for its ruby red color and tart, yet almost supple sweetness.
How many vineyards are typical in the around the city? By the way, like, is there a number of them, or is it just this is one of the most prestigious?
Around the capital, of all of the most prestigious vineyards, there are 4.
Okay, and this one is included in that.
Yes, this one is one of those.
All right.
It is an estate. It is not just a small little wine vineyard. It is an estate. So it has a very large property that sits at the top and houses both workers and nobles that will often come for tastings and visitations.
Do I happen to know who purveys under it? Over it.
History check with advantage.
All right. I like how you're able to open the character sheet from double clicking your icon now. That's super convenient.
Doesn't work for me, Joe.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, Joe.
Does it not?
No, you gotta double click and then click open character sheet. It's not just instantly open.
Yeah, but I used to have to go to the fucking little journal icon and stuff. That was annoying. Anyway, you said history with advantage.
Yes, history with advantage.
I'm just gonna click that twice because I forgot to click advantage.
Ooh, 11.
11 is more than enough.
Let's go.
Specifically for you. So while you don't know about them, you don't know too much about them because you probably haven't ventured out there personally due to its distance being across the lake. while it is a part of this region of the country of Jaya, its distance from the capital makes it a bit out of your way, Amaryllis. But you know, it is homed by the Alvis family, I'm trying to think of the. I'm brain lapsing. I'm trying to think of the proper wording to use.
Patriarch?
Thank you. Yeah, actually, thank you, Red. That works. Yeah. It is headed by a patriarch, who is
patriarch is basically male ruled or dad.
I know.
Ruled.
Yes, I know what a patriarch is, Red. I just couldn't think of the word. Yes, a elven patriarch, specifically a high elf who married a human. Although, you know that his wife probably has passed away some time ago due to the name of this estate has been there for quite a long time, even back before you were guard captain. He is a widowed husband and father of 2. And I guess I'm trying to think if there's anything more I should give you. I think the only thing left I'll give you is that you know that the Alvis have always been in pretty good standing with the capital and the Duchess.
Okay.
They've never seemed to get up to any trouble.
Or so it seems.
Or so it seems.
Anyway, I'll notate it and I'll write it down.
Yeah, the instant we show up, things go down. Things go south.
All right, you write it down, Amaryllis. And as you're writing it down, I'm going to add on a little something here.
All right,
Kaizoru. While Amaryllis is out there shaking down the ship, checking its cargo, investigating the coerced crew aboard who ferried the still waters across the lake. While you stand alone in the warehouse with Orion, perhaps pondering amidst your thoughts about what you've seen, your quest for shoes. When Orion is so keenly trying to make heads or tails of the Inkwalk jaw, and Soren is busy in his notepad making a little a drawing of it. You recognize a familiar symbol, one that you have seen on the back of Soren's hand, cresting the gloved hand of Orion, who perhaps had not noticed due to his happy-go-lucky and more carefree kind of nature. And I'm going to put this here.
Uh-oh.
Orion, you haven't realized it yet. There's a bird watching you. And Kaizoru, with your high passive perception, you notice the crest. Due to your not interacting with him for so long, and your separation from Soren and Orion and Amaryllis and Maroke, it is only just now that you actually spot the symbol on the back of his glove. Once everything has calmed down.
As Orion is basically investigating the corpse, he possibly notices a symbol on his hand. Like, wait, what the heck is this?
It appears the Raven Queen will have her eyes on you as well.
What?
Soren also has the same symbol.
I don't know. I would roleplay as him, but I don't know what he'd say in this instance.
I mean, I think he'd probably show us the symbol as well.
Yeah, yeah,
At
probably.
the
He'd
mention
probably
of
say some.
at the mention of the Raven Queen, Orion basically looks around and potentially spots that crow or the
Druid.
raven that's basically watching us.
Druid.
See if you can strike it.
Wait, say what now?
See if you can strike it.
I'll see if I can hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull out your bow.
I'll take a shot.
All right, Orion, you pull out your longbow. Oh, was that a nat 20? No, it was a 17.
Oh, okay.
All right. Orion, you pull out your bow, and the sharp shot that you are, you knock an arrow quickly and release it. It blitzes through the air,
Hold on.
cutting the very
Hold it. Basically did not hear a word of that.
Oh, okay.
It basically crapped out on me right after I heard you say, Orion, you draw your bow.
Oh, okay.
So I did the roll, I got a 22, so do I hit it?
All right. You draw your bow, and you quickly knock an arrow. With a taut pull of the string, your fingers release it. The arrow blitzes through the air, cutting the very wind itself as it sails into the body of the perched bird. However, to your eyes, your arrow seems to go right through it, as if it was not there, striking the stone muddling of the warehouse behind it. It will give a small tilt of its head.
Actually, based off of the angle I'm looking at, it likely busts through the window behind it.
Yeah, but I don't want to throw away your arrow for that. I'm making it so that you can retrieve that arrow.
Okay, fair.
But aside from your arrow through it, you did it. Just nothing happened.
Before he goes to retrieve it, he looks over to Kai. Are those? I assume those raven's eyes are more illusory in nature, spectral.
That's probably the case. Appears that perhaps since she cannot keep her eyes on me, she's keeping them on people around me to potentially still see me.
I'm sorry. Could he say that again? I kind of can hardly understand you.
She's using you guys to see me.
Oh, I get it. Since you are likely invisible to her, she's deciding to watch us to keep an eye on you.
So yeah, something like that. I'm gonna actually never mind. I'm not gonna do anything. I have to get remove curse to try something. Yeah,
It will give. Well, Orion, as you look at it, it will open its beak to make a sound, and then flap its wings, taking off. As you watch it, it will disappear across the water, seeming to swoop away in that general direction.
drop a feather.
Mm.
All right.
And with that, Orion walks over to retrieve his arrow.
All right, you're easy. You pick your arrow up and put it back in your quiver. All right, Amaryllis. With your investigation of the ship coming to a swift conclusion, one thing kind of dawns on your mind. If indeed you wanted to travel across the Great Lake in order to give a little visit to Crestview Estate, you now have a commandeered ship appropriated by the Royal Guard. That I'm sure they would ferry you across with little complaints.
That is an idea, although I will have the because here's the thought process. Something of that nature came from that place on this ship. It comes here. It goes back with a captain of the guard, and the merchandise gone. It has some stipulations behind that, where it's like, if they see the same ship come back.
Hmm.
Apart from that,
Well,
there is not
technically, the
a...
ship didn't leave.
Pardon?
The ship didn't leave directly from the estate. The ship left from the dock that is kind of on the edge of the lake. So you would arrive
Oh,
at the other end
I
of the
thought
lake and then make your way uphill to the estate.
Sorry, I thought the ship had docked at the estate.
No,
Oh, okay. In that
no, the
case,
ship did not dock at the estate because, yeah. Yeah, you need plenty of fertile ground and more of a hilly-like terrain in order to grow the grape seeds for wine.
I imagine a lot of big businesses and stuff when you used to like trade and such.
Absolute.
Well, I guess it
But
just begs the question:
if
do we
you would
just
like to continue your go ahead. Oh, let me stop you.
if we should interrogate Fretton first before departing anywhere?
Up to you. Most you would have to do is wait an hour
I have
for
lay
him
on
to get
hands.
back a short rest. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you didn't want to wait, you could just lay on hands him to 1 HP and get him up.
I'll have a nippers and pick him up and carry him to the office.
Okay. Pick him up, and you carry him to the office.
Is Grin staying or coming?
Oh, he would come with you. I would imagine this would be his favorite part of his work.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm a.
Hey, if
everything.
You again.
If everyone's,
if you see me pick him up.
If that's done, I'm probably gonna go get those shoes. I don't really have anything else to do here, to be honest.
Oh, I mean, do you have a strip of black leather or the feather of a silent raven?
Didn't thing give me that? So what's her name from the store? Did she give me a strip of black leather?
No, you got the. Oh, that's right. She did. She did. That's right. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. See, this is why it's good that you remember stuff like that. Because but I forget that shit. All right, you go get your shoes. I'll do the interrogation first. Then, Orion, what do you want to do before I start breaking everything down? Or do you want to just kind of stay here?
Well, I was probably going to continue looking around. Maybe try to investigate that lockbox Rook got.
Absolutely, you can do that.
Or I was also going to consider trying to see if I could find a way to remove that mark the Raven Queen put on him.
Well,
good luck.
The most logical solution you could think of, Orion, would be to spell magic, but you do not have that spell.
Sure. I could. I wonder if clear.
However,
I don't know if clerics get that. Let me check.
Orion,
Yes.
if you wanted to go back to the palace and do some asking around there, you're more than welcome to do that. But it's really up to you. Ultimately,
Clerics do.
the session will be ending across the lake. Because that is where the next leg of our investigation is going to take us.
Speaking honestly, I kind of want to just stop early now because the new Kamen Rider is premiering now on YouTube, and I kind of want to watch that too.
I mean, if you want to go watch that, like, go ahead. I'm going to continue. I will continue with 2.
Bruh.
I will not stop you. But I will continue with 2, because
I'll get.
I have no reason to stop.
I mean, is there anything of note that's going to happen between now and leaving?
Probably. Joe.
What was that?
I don't know.
I died.
Don't worry, I'm playing
Yeah, I kind of
inside
did
it
too.
There we go. Yeah, my Discord was dying. But anyway. Yeah, Orion, if you don't want to stay, Orion, you can go ahead. I will continue with 2, because I don't have a reason to stop, so.
I guess I will. Just Orion basically just follows along with the party.
Alright.
Like he's got
Enjoy
no
your show,
reason
sir.
not to. At the very least, he's probably going to be asking around about a way to get rid of the mark, or investigating that lockbox Maroke took.
Alright. Yep, enjoy your show. See you next week.
Thank you. See ya.
Brother, the lack of commitment.
Is
All
there
right.
anything important going to happen
Uh,
there?
I don't get. I don't think the show's still gonna be there. I think.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
get
it is.
it.
Just
Alright.
DVR it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be there, but you know. Alright, well, do you 2 want to continue?
I'm good to continue. I want to get. I don't know why getting these shoes is just a fight. I just want to get my shoes.
I know. The quest for shoes, I know. I know.
I think I missed the original catalyst for whatever the fuck the shoes is about. So to me, it literally is just some random fucking shoe.
It was originally supposed to be
Alright,
just.
I will do
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I will go ahead just do the quest for shoes first, because interrogating Fretten could give us a little bit more information. And you know what? If we cross the lake, we're just gonna go right into it, because if ain't nobody wanna stay the fuck here, then I've got some stuff across the lake at the vineyard that I can show off and do you guys show off to you. So
As long as it isn't anything important.
no, I'll just do my set pieces and stuff like that.
I'll just fucking.
But I don't even know if we would have gotten to anything super important. I mean, I would have tried, but Kaizoru, I'm just gonna fast track as you return to. I'll just stay on this same screen since we done lost so many people. Kaizoru, you return to Naram, and he welcomes you with his usual friendly smile. He bids you welcome and asks, or I guess not necessarily asks, but is a bit surprised at your honestly quite sudden return. It is still the same day, and you are already back. although you can tell by the look on his face, he has a feeling you come bearing good news.
Well, turns out I was able to meet the right person to get these things. I'll say to him.
All right. You hand him the piece of black scaled leather. As he touches it, his face gives a look of, I suppose, doubt or worry. You see a slight frown form on his lips as he seems a bit concerned. Naram does have some magical intuition. He's not as powerful as an artificer, but given his ability to work with magical footwear, he does have enough attunement to feel some sort of presence within the scaled leather. He will give you a serious look and say, "Are you sure you want me to use this?"
Is there something wrong with it?
When I said that I needed black scaled leather, I did not expect it to come so swiftly. Black scaled leather can only come from two sources: a black dragon, which is rare in these parts, or shadow dragons, which are nigh unheard of.
Oh, is will something bad happen if you use it, or is it just for its rarity? That's
I don't suppose something bad will happen, but I suppose legends speak that dragons are known for their attunement to their flesh. But I don't want to bore you with legends. I just feel a bit of sinister aura from this, that perhaps its origins are not so benign. And it concerns me slightly. But no, I do not think you will have any adverse effects.
try purifying it, maybe see if that would ease some concern, or does it have to be in this form for it to be effective?
It would be more powerful in this form. Purifying it would reap away some of the arcane attunement. But that would be safer.
Do you know the possible risks that
Oh, say again?
the possible risks that would come with it? Like the risk that would come with
Yeah.
making it?
He informs you that the only risk that he believes would come from this is that if whatever dragon that this leather came from is still alive,
Oh, I see.
it may not come after you, but should you cross it, it will know where this has come from, and it will likely be none too pleased.
I see. I did see a shadow dragon. Yeah, I probably get whisked back there eventually. So. We ball, fucking we ball. I'll just say,
We ball.
just I would say, just I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Okay, we ball. All right, you have chosen the path of death. No, not really. Actually. No, but you will gain a more powerful effect. All right, Kaizaru. The ROM will ask you to upgrade your shoes. He will need an additional 200 gold, 100 per item.
Yeah, I have enough to give. Yeah.
Okay. As you hand him your footwear, he will set them down on his working equipment and begin to completely remake them.
And before he officially goes into it, I'll just say, would there be any way to maybe momentarily stifle the draw it may have?
Unfortunately, he will say that given the power of dragons, no.
We ball.
For it
That's fine.
For it is very difficult to turn their own power against them. But we ball. So you hand him 200 gold, and he begins working. All right, we are taking the more powerful upgrade in exchange at the risk of awareness. That is what I'll probably end up calling it when I add your shoes to your character sheet. I will call it the risk of awareness. Let me get my notepad. Let's see, where the hell? Oh, there it is. There's my ink and easel notes. I was like, where the fuck is it? All right, as promised, with the completed items necessary to upgrade the shoes, now, in addition to your footwear making no sound, you are also considered to be invisible in both dim light and darkness to anything except for true sight.
And the dragon.
So you and to dragons. But dragons already have
Oh yeah,
sight, so.
they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Damn, sunset's gonna hit, and everyone's gonna be like, "Where the fuck did he go?"
True.
Can you like choose people who it doesn't affect? Or...
You know what? Sure. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Yeah, he can choose who's able to see him and who isn't. In addition, because these are this is specifically the scaled black leather, you gain. Let's see. I'm kind of making this up as I go. So give me a little bit to kind of see how exactly I want to flavor this. Because I only had some rough ideas.
Oh, what if I just what if I take off if I took off the shoes and put them in my bag of holding, would it still be detected?
I would need to read the actual lore of the bag of holding to know to answer that question.
Low key, if I get whisked back over there, I'm about to do that shit.
take those off. Doesn't say that the bag of holding puts them in another dimension or another plane of existence. But you know what? I will say that yeah, the bag of holding will kind of cancel out that.
It said something about if the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered to the astral plane. So.
Yeah, that is space. It
So-
sends your stuff to outer space.
Yeah.
All
People-
right. Kaizoru, in addition to your boots now reaching their true power, I will give you... I will add something to Timecaller's Envoy. So, in addition to spending, when you spend 2 sands to give someone to either shift into the ethereal plane, or whenever you give someone advantage on a saving throw for 10 minutes, you may additionally make that person or one other person of your choice also invisible.
All right.
And that will be called Timecaller's Veil.
That sounds good.
And also,
That movement speed, Joe.
I'm considering that. I'm considering whether to give you additional movement speed. All right.
No.
Here's what we'll do.
Oh.
I will give you an additional 5 feet of movement speed.
Right.
And I will also give you one more buff. The
Okay.
Timecaller's Envoy. This will be called Reach Across the Hourglass.
All right.
For the cost of 3 sands, you may use 3 of your sands, as well as the highest level spell slot you have, to cast a spell that is 1 level higher than what you currently can possess.
All right. All right. Sounds good.
So by spending a 3rd level spell slot and 3 sands, you can cast a spell of 4th level, even if you do not have it prepared.
Alright.
Actually, no. Cancel that. That's too broken. That's too close to what I gave Morgan. So, no, you have to have it prepared.
All right.
But I will say that if you wish to prepare a spell slot that is 1 level higher than you currently have, you may choose to do so now this session. Just make sure you tell me what it is.
I got okay. 4th level spells. Oh, okay. It's not
You
that much. Okay. Um, maybe Guardian of Faith. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Guardian of Faith.
All right. I will add that after the session. But I will open a tab for it so I can keep on hold of it.
Just make sure it does what I think it does. Oh no!
I'm going to go to the restroom.
All right. Also, Death Ward. The Aura of Life. Damn. Oh yeah, there's some good 4th level spells. God damn. All right. Freedom of movement.
All right. Amaryllis. While he's thinking,
Okay.
are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Let's do the thing. I don't give Kai some time to think.
Thinkers.
All right, Amaryllis. As you stand in the office, are you going to lay on hands to wake him up, or are you just gonna wait an hour?
I'm gonna set up first. I'm going
Okay.
to put a not
Zone of
there
Truth?
zone of truth right here.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta find the. I gotta see if I don't even. Do I even remember how to?
Maybe if I just cast it, right?
But no, I don't have it enabled so that you can place down a thing after you cast a spell. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't know how to do that in Roll20. How you can kind of like Foundry does, where you can just place stuff down after the text pops up. I don't know how to do that.
Zone of truth.
Zone of Truth.
Oh, sorry. One quick thing. Can I also use it to upcast a 3rd level spell? The level 4.
Yes, yes you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do either or.
There you go. Zone of truth.
Yeah, there we go. That'll work. You know, you can fill it in if you give the color, like color in the other text box.
Yeah, but then I can't see anything underneath it.
Yeah, I could just place it behind.
See, like, is it like it's just fine as is.
Okay. Well, it's there. All right, you cast Zone of Truth. You place down a 15-foot sphere. Now what?
Lay on some hands.
All right. You just want to heal him by 1 point?
I heal him up by 10 points.
Okay. Very, very generous.
It gives me more space to work with.
True. All right. You lay on hands, and you heal up Fretton, and he starts to come round slowly. What happened? Oh shit! He'll kind of recoil a bit when he sees you standing there.
Oh. Look who's finally coming back from the land of Nod.
Look, Captain, you're not sore about that whole like fight thing, right? Like you're still living, I'm still living, your friends are still living.
Oh, but your men aren't all living. Your monster made sure of that.
I mean, okay, you killed some of them too. I saw.
You know that not the case. I did not kill a single one of your men. The others may have, but they are envoys of the Duchess herself.
And he will make a charisma save. 11. That fails. All right. You know that he has sworn to tell the truth, even if he can just choose to not answer. But he can no longer speak a deliberate lie. But he will say, oh, you know, Miss Sugar Tits up in her palace isn't going to be too happy to hear about, you know, the good people dying.
I'm gonna do something real quick.
Okay.
I'm turning off Flaming Whip.
Okay. Turn off the flaming whip.
Yep.
Okay. Not the ads. Not Disney Plus.
Oh, that was his damage.
All right.
That was actually the roll for it. Oh, 9 was a roll. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the melee attack. Your melee attack missed.
yeah, I caught it now. For a second, the 9 threw me off.
You crack the whip near his vicinity. You miss him, even though he can't move anywhere. He's kind of stuck to the chair, but with your swiftness, you make the whip crack close enough to him to make it seem like an intimidation and less like you actually missed him. And he'll flinch a bit, but he'll still stay firm.
I believe I may have misheard you. Miss, what was it again?
You know, Miss Candy Ass. Not gonna be happy to hear what you're doing.
She's gonna
Don't
whip
want
it
it
again.
to slip out. Oh, okay. Making another attack. Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Non-lethal.
Okay. I figured. Alright, that puts him on 2 HP as you strike him firmly across the chest. And he'll go, ah! Ah! But he will continue to kind of spout some nonsense, and he'll just say, "Look, you wouldn't want us to get out these methods you're using. It wouldn't make the illustrious guard captain look too good. You know, right before the festival and all that." Oh.
Well, if you think you're going anywhere except a cell before the festival, you know, you can certainly let me know. But it certainly seems that you're going to be put away for quite a while.
I've got ways.
As
I don't think
do
I'll be in there
I.
too long. Okay. I mean, you threaten him, but he doesn't seem too shaken. Make me intimidation. Make me an intimidation.
Intimidators.
Intimidation check. All right. I'll say given that you did just attack him, I'll say that passes. And he suffered some damage from your whip. He'll draw back a little bit and just say, "Oh, okay, fine. Look, you might put me away, but I ain't going away very long. I'll be back out in maybe a month. What do you want to know? Are you trying to shake me down for something? Try to get a plea deal?"
The so-called weapon. I need to know where it came from. I need to know the source.
I mean, I don't really know the source. Like seriously, the most I got was I paid for it.
I know you
I didn't
don't
even
get
get-
into trades without knowing what you're dealing with. Unless you've gotten rusty.
I didn't even meet the guy, all right? I don't even know who set it up. All I know is I got a message from the estate. You know, the fancy one with all the rich people. So they came into something real good. And then somebody from up there sent me a message. And when I got over there, I brought some of the boys with me. And we met with a middleman who promised that he had a weapon that could really shake things up and wipe out the Murktowers. Who am I to pass up on that? He said this little bottle would do everything. And the way he talked and the passion in his voice, oh, I believed it.
Does middleman have a first name?
I mean, not really. I didn't get to know his name or see his face. He was just called himself Vice.
Vice.
He'll nod.
She'll sigh and run her hand over the whip. Well, is there anything else?
Look. I might can give you something nice and juicy, Captain, if you just don't let me off the hook, but go a little light on the old bars and chain.
She'll raise an eyebrow, but will remain silent.
So middleman, he was like dressed in a robe and a hood and all that, and I couldn't really see what he looked like. But judging by the way he talked,
seemed to have a good bit of know-how for who might be actually behind all this. He said, I gotta ask who he was working for. He said, someone way out of my league.
Doesn't take much effort, Fretton.
I mean, look, it's gotta be someone, pretty high up. I mean, the middleman had this, posh, kind of vibe going on about him. He spoke with this suave indifference and this big haughty dignity and kind of smarminess that make you want to stab a prick,
Well, I suppose that is some information. Speaking of, his stature. How tall?
I don't know, about medium.
He's using the terminology. It's about medium size. He looked like he had a speed of 30 feet.
Exactly. That's the joke. He's got the player's handbook in his lap.
He's like, 1 sec, let me check. Well, anything else?
You're not gonna. You're not gonna lock me up forever, right? I don't want to pull deep into the pockets to get me out of the clink.
Well, it depends how much robed man can get me.
No, I mean, I think quite a lot.
Besides,
I'm
I might have to ask what the other are willing to pay to keep you in there.
Okay, look, the Merctiles don't have to know about this.
The Merctiles can be the first one I let know if you don't give me anything else.
I don't have anything else. Look, I've got the sales steed. It's underneath my bed, okay?
Some moms want to build income from home.
Nippers will dig it up.
It is not there because Marok took it.
Oh,
That was
that's,
what it is.
yeah, that was who you took. Okay. You know what? Speaking of, there's a chest in here now, right? Still.
Yeah, there is a chest that Marok did not loot.
Nippers is gonna pick that up.
Okay, he just picks it up in his mouth.
He's like, hey, that's my personal stuff.
Why? I have to do a thorough investigation, ensure that there isn't another vial of black tar locked away in there.
Come on.
He'll look kind of desperate. He'll just say,
Come on, Captain. It's taken me years to get a hold of some of that stuff.
What was it, Fretton? The words you told me when I entered the warehouse. She's gonna coil back the whip.
We're not. I mean, I remember asking you if we weren't in big trouble.
I remember you saying it was ending between us.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Were you gonna give me a slap on the wrist, Fretton?
I mean, I wasn't gonna kill you. Me and the boys weren't trying to kill anybody.
I did say that. I did say they weren't actually. Well, the guys with the guns
was before or after you unleashed what you was supposed to kill all the Merctiles?
Okay. Now I think you're just being a little bit unfair.
You're welcome to feel that way.
He'll look annoyed.
I mean, clearly it wasn't.
She'll go for a knockout.
I just do you damage. All right.
You knock him out before he can complain that his weapon wasn't very good, and he'll fall unconscious again.
All right, I lose concentration on the. This is upside down. I'll lose concentration and motion to Grin. I want 2 balls and chains on him.
Gren will just pick him up like he just pick him up by the leg and just hold him upside down like he's shaking him down for lunch money and just clap leg irons on him. He'll sling Fretton over his shoulder. The large alligator will look at you, Amaryllis, and he'll just say, "You really believe all of that stuff?"
Oh, even the faintest of lies hold a nugget of truth.
I don't want to think that whoever's behind this could be close enough to the Duchess to be within arm's reach. It could be
Yes.
someone important to the festival.
There is no doubt in my mind that there isn't someone with big connections pulling the strings. Ironing it out, however, is our job. In the meantime, though, I want to make sure I don't get a whisper of this man running around. Make sure he's locked up until the conclusion of the festival.
All right. I suppose that can be done. If the festival still goes on. I know Her Highness is trying really hard to keep it afloat. But with all the damage done, and quite the sizable report that has to be written after this, it could look pretty grim.
She'll nod faintly, knowing that it's troubling the Duchess, but not necessarily having an answer apart from trying to solve it.
He'll give you one last firm look before a nod and just say, "Is there anything else?"
What's your next duty? You raided the warehouse, but I'm not necessarily sure what your goal is next.
Returning to the palace and giving my report with the watch. As well as bringing all of these imbeciles to the dungeon.
Well, in that case, would you let the Duchess know I'll be taking the ship here?
You're actually going across the lake.
On other circumstances, I'd wait it out, but we're on a time constraint. The situation calls that I enact swiftly. Commandeer the ship, investigate. I may take the what do you call the people what they were given Soren and Orion, like what was the position they were given again?
Vassals?
Vassals, yes. Take a number of the vassals, whichever ones are interested in seeing what is across the lake, in case that is the source.
I see.
Besides, I'm afraid if some of the vassals are left unchecked, there might be more monsters roaming around.
Well, it might behoove you to know that I've seen some of the guards belonging to the emissaries for the festival stomping around like a militant police force.
Despite my clear disdain for such things, it does not surprise me.
He'll give a snort.
Just be wary. I do not know how long we can keep these other nobles reined in before they start dishing out their own forms of justice on our grounds.
Very well.
He'll carry Fretton out. And as he kind of walks out of the office room and looks out the window.
Seems like the sun's starting to set. Festival will be the day after tomorrow. We don't have long.
Let's make the most of our time then.
Alrighty. Gran will depart. He'll gather up the men of the watch and they will head out, dragging the unconscious Steel Waters and cleaning up the bodies, bringing forth a wagon to carry them for burial. Leaving you alone, Amaryllis.
With everyone out of the room, Amaryllis is gonna side-eye the chest for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Nipper's got a hold of it in his jaws. He'll chew on it a little bit, leaving teeth indents in the wood. He'll look at you with a blank, thoughtless expression.
She'll silently come over, pulling her sleeve up ever so slightly to pull out a pin.
Okay. As you try to get ready to open it up, he'll kind of jerk his head and like hold it away from you like a dog with a toy.
Nippers.
At a stern command, he'll reluctantly put it down.
I'll pet him at that.
All right. Make me a sleight of hand check. Are you proficient
Alright.
with thieves' tools?
Yes.
All right. Make me a. Yeah. Never mind. You don't have to make me sleight of hand. Make me a dexterity check with proficiency since you're using thieves' tools. All right. That is not enough. Perhaps a bit rusty. Perhaps a bit rusty from your days prior to being captain of the guard. Your hand slips, and while you don't lose your pick in the lock, you are unsuccessfully able to get the chest open and reveal its contents.
She'll be slightly flustered at not being able to get it open. Before standing back up.
If you would like to try again, you may perform a focused effort, which will take you 10 minutes, and then you can try again with advantage.
Let me check with the rest of the party first. Soren, Orion, anything you need first?
Well, I will bring Kaizoru back.
Oh,
if you wish to do a focused effort.
Yeah, I'll do a focused effort on that.
All right, Kaizoru. By now, you've returned to the box. Return to the box. You've returned to the warehouse. Adorned in your new shoes, you see that the watch are already gone, and they've taken each one of the Steel Waters with them, and even the bodies. leaving only the remaining members of your party, all kind of scattered about in the warehouse. Marok having at some point rejoined, but saw the commotion having died down. All right, Amaryllis.
Baroque, you're there too.
Make me one more dexterity check with advantage.
Okay. You know, some things aren't meant to be.
Some things aren't meant to be.
What's the chest made of?
Wood. A very strong, firm wood built to withstand. Well, I guess not
Love the-
necessarily a serious smashing, but it is built sturdy enough to not be easily picked. But if you would like to smash it open, at the risk of destroying some of the valuables inside, you can probably quite easily break it open with the combined force of yourself and Nippers. And there will be no roll. You will
I'll
just
carry
force
for
it
now.
open. Okay. You mean by you, Nippers will just pick it up and haul it with him?
Yeah.
All right. He will pick it up in his teeth happily once more, glad to have his chew toy back, as he gnaws on the chest while running out of the room.
If I were to do another check on that, how long would I have to wait for that? If at all? If I could at all?
Next check, I would say if you just spent you know what? If you just spent a short rest at it, you would be able to do it without a check.
Alright. I'll just carry it for now. With via Nippers.
But Kaizoru, you see the mount belonging to the captain of the guard running out of the office room like a dog with a chest in its mouth as it kind of skirts along the floor. Its large feet going like along the wood.
All right.
Amaryllis would come out afterwards, looking noticeably flustered.
Well, did you find what you needed?
About the same information. Mysterious robed men. And I'll relay the rest of the information regarding the vineyard estate and the posh nature of the middleman.
All right, Kaizoru, that gives you quite a little bit to work with. Well, maybe not a whole lot, but that gives you a little bit to work with in regards to what's going on around here with these creatures popping up. And however, in regards to your own mission, it doesn't tell you too much. It doesn't tell you what really might be behind these symbols cresting the hands of members of your party. But I will add that once Marok rejoins the group, you see one on his hand as well.
All right. I see. Probably next long, I'll try and do something. Try to dispel. Do some dispelling. Or would I be able to
Dispel magic?
would I be able to check if it's like a curse of some sort?
It is specifically a magical brand.
Okay.
You already did check what it is. You did it when
Okay. I'm just gonna do
when yeah.
get
You
that
checked
dispel.
it when Soren showed it to you.
We get that dispel magic next long rest.
Yeah. It is a magical brand laid in part, likely using
Oh, unless
verbal
unless I could like do a take back and just do instead of augury take dispel magic and just do it now.
Sure. No, why not?
All right. I mean, I have one more third level spell slot, anyways, and I'm assuming we're gonna long rest soon. So.
You leveled up, brother.
Oh, I thought we don't get spell slots back on level
No,
up.
that was just for the finale of Dark Waters of Deep Songs.
Oh, all right. I mean, I'll just try it again.
All right. Make me a. What is it? What is? I always forget what dispel magic is because it's something weird.
Is
like
choose one.
D20 plus your spell mod.
Let me look at what it is. Right. Dispel mat 2024. Shoot anything level 3 or lower ends for each ongoing spell, level 4 or higher. Ability check using your spell casting ability.
Yeah, it is. You have to use a D20 plus your spell casting mod, and you have to hit 10 plus the spell's level. Yeah. All right, do it.
Let's try.
That is not enough.
All right.
As you attempt to break the spell along Soren's hand, it seems to give a.
Hold on a sec. Do I have? Huh. Ah, actually, I'm hold. I'm not gonna use my inspiration for that. I'm gonna hold it.
All right, holders. It seems to give a firm resistance, and when you go on, I had this music prepared for a different scene.
I'm gonna do it again.
Want to see me do it again?
I low key do want, because I mean, I feel like we're gonna still take a rest again, but unless we're just going straight to the next area, because nighttime, right? Nighttime's approaching, so.
No, you're going to arrive at as you cross the lake, you'll get there by sunset.
Okay, so I could long rest, because I do like a 4-hour trance, right?
I don't know if it takes 4 hours, maybe 2.
Not if we're attacked by lake pirates.
Oh my god.
Sahagins.
All right, well, I mean, I'll just hold it then. If we're just gonna be going.
But to narrate, as you try to dispel the mark on Soren's hand and give it a firm go, you get some sort of rebuttal, almost like a form of feedback to you in specifically that reacts in a strange way compared to when Soren tried to remove it from himself. The mark starts to burn his hand, and you start to see visible sear marks, almost as if it reacts to you. And the symbol depicting the eye will burst forth in a flare of magic, and you will see a vision. It is not necessarily like a movie or a screenplay, but more like a still image.
Crazy music.
And the Hall of the Mountain King just playing. This shit's happening.
You see the image of a woman adorned in elegant garb, wearing a mask, flanked by 2 people, each one having white hair. And they are also masked. And they seem to be sitting in some sort of room with fine furnished wood near a fireplace at a table. And you'll get a, not necessarily a serious one, but you'll get a slight headache as you recoil a bit, as the spell repels you.
Huh. Well, didn't go as expected, but we'll try again eventually.
Soren, after doing a bit of pondering and some searching about not necessarily, maybe not searching, but some in-depth thought about the mark, will tell you
Wait.
that he believes this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Hold on. Can I? Actually, oh, it might be too late now. Fuck. The time caller's envoy, the sand.
Yeah.
Am I an ally? I can see.
What?
It says as a reaction, I can grant an ally a bonus equal to my wisdom mod to any skill check.
No, you can't do that to yourself.
But I'm an
Oh
ally. I
wait,
can
no.
see.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the wrong one. I'm thinking of the saving throw one. The saving throw one is you can't use on yourself. Yes, yeah, that one you can use on yourself, but it's too late. You would have to cast it again.
Oh, alright, bye.
Yeah, no takesies backsies on that one. But yes, that does answer an important question. Yes, you can use that on yourself to give yourself the bonus to a skill check.
That would have made it an 18. I'm sad. Alright.
But Soren will inform you that after some thinking about this mark that seemed to appear on everyone, he will tell you that he believes it was likely cast by a powerful sorcerer. Someone with the ability to cast spells discreetly, to make themselves unknown to the afflicted party.
Okay. Alright. I'll just say that. Next time, I think I'll be able to do it.
All right. With that being said, if there's nothing else to do, your destination lies across the lake, as the Raven has fled across the water. Its true goal likely lying somewhere over there. In addition to the strange case of these appearing creatures, these beings made of ink, and the plot to undo the Duchess's power and ruin the festival. Well, not ruin the festival, but cause a unsettling amidst the masses for a swooping in of new power, a coup. All right,
Pause chat.
let us go if we've got no qualms.
I'm good.
Orion, Marok, Soren, you guys ready to go? All right, cool. Sounds good. What's up?
Let's just die. I just forgot about the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
there's
is
just
what
enough
it
space
is.
in the ship.
I know. That was intentional. But we're about to stop. We're not going to go too much further. I mean, we could go a little further, mostly due to just the amount of role play and stuff like that that gives opportunities. That gives you opportunities for it, but
Okay, as long as it's nothing big, I got an episode of Doc McStuffins coming on soon. I gotta be able to get it.
brother. He's lucky there was already 2 people absent, because otherwise I'd have told no, you fucking sit your ass here. But if he wants to miss out this one time, fine, let him fucking miss out. Because this, like, Act 2 is where we get into, like, at least in most traditional 3-act structures. Act 2 is the start of the rising action, like, like we start to ramp things up towards the climax. So I don't like this is probably the most important part of the campaign.
I think he did the same thing last time. He did, well, though not for the same reason, but like he definitely dipped early. I think.
Yeah, I mean he's always like that. I don't know. It ain't that big. It ain't that deep. But that being said, I mean it ain't that deep today, but next time it will be. You cross the water using the commandeered vessel by the royal guard. You sail across the lake, each one of you taking separate places along the ship, doing different little things. It's not too long of a trip, maybe about 2 hours. The sun starts to steadily go down, and you see it begin to fall just below the trees, casting a low orange glow along the crystal clear waters and just over the horizon. The ship inevitably docks at a very small little port on the lake, and you make your way off, heading up the rolling hills of the Vineyard Estates. Far and wide you see, east and west and north. The higher you go, the more visibility you gain, as rolling wine vineyards take up miles of the countryside, only occasionally dotted by small buildings from a distance. Yet, on Amaryllis's guide towards Crestview, the vineyard you're approaching bears a much more solid and massive structure. It is a fine building with perfectly tiled roofs, freshly cleaned, and easily spans double what most of the winery estates are, at least comparatively to the ones around it. It is a monolithic structure, a multi-storied building accompanied by servant houses.
How long did the trip take?
About 2 hours across the lake, and then about half an hour, or maybe another hour. I would say about half an hour to an hour just walking there.
Is that is that enough time to crack open the chest?
Yes.
Hey.
Well, yeah. You know what? Sure. Eventually, you get the chest open.
Is it dim? You said is the sun down? Is dim light upon
Yes.
us?
Where is
Yes.
Time
Well,
to enter the shadow. Walk amongst the shadow.
he? Nippers will look around frantically for him.
well, before you disappear completely, Kaiser, I'll leave that like after, because since you're one of like only 2 people here, you might have to do a little bit of role play. I'll try to make it interesting for you, or maybe you can just reveal yourself when you want to do that.
Yeah, when we need to like do like stuff, I could appear.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. All right, Amaryllis, you get the chest open, and Nipper tries to start eating the contents of it, although you
Oh.
shoo him away. Inside, you find a small bag of gold, roughly about 200 pieces. Inside, you also find what appears to be a set of daggers, much akin to the ones that uh, Fretton was using. They do not appear to be enchanted, more so that they have secret compartments that spill out caltrops, or crow's feet weapons, when they are thrown. There is 2 of them.
Oh, that's really all right. I really do like that because they I think paladins can now like smite on throws.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm.
True.
Yeah, they can. As well as something you did not expect to find yet. Perhaps would be delighted to. You find a very small pouch tucked amidst the corner of the chest, containing 10 electrum pieces.
Oh damn, he really was saving on his life.
Yep. Generally, it is common knowledge that electrum is not used by most merchants. Specifically, it's an underground currency that is desired by only those who actually know its true value. But for your party, who have actually used it personally, they know the value of it as you find it. And you do too, in practice, even if you've never actually used it yourself or paid for anything with it.
What you buying?
Well, I'll put it away in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
And
finally,
oh,
you do find one more thing. You find a lone piece of a wing. Not an actual live wing, which you had potentially feared when you had first picked it up, but it appears to be sculpted from stone, almost to fit the appearance of an angelic wing. Like the piece of a statue that had come off, yet this was clearly made to be solely by itself.
being a paladin, do I sense any sort of holiness from it or any sort of arcane?
You can make me an arcana check.
I love I specify like religiously, but it's not like my rules
Oh.
any better. No, it's not. No, like I'm not complaining about which rule. I'm complaining that like both rules are the same fucking nothing. Like they're both bad.
Hey, 16 is enough, though.
True.
All right. Amaryllis. I'm trying to find it. 1 second. All right. Amaryllis, you do sense a bit of holiness from it. I guess you could have used religion too, because this is technically this item does have some religious significance. Specifically, this is a piece that is often given to worshippers of Svatastara, one of the White Pantheon gods. All right, funny guy. One of the White Pantheon gods. Specifically, the armored variant, the one that deals justice, and often was meant to, well, at least according to stories, was described as smiting the shadows to bring forth light upon the world. It is likely that, while you do not serve her, her being more of a paladin-like figure archetype provides some influence amongst some of the spells you use. And Soren undoubtedly knows who she is, given that she is quite the popular figurehead from his homeland.
Oh, sorry. Could you tell me a bit about her?
Ah, God. I wish. But this item in particular is often given to warriors who worship her before they are set to go on a long expedition. Usually high-level knights who are seeking to take that next step of religious significance.
Oh, I wonder why a cretin like Frenton would have something like this.
Only thing you can figure is that he probably pilfered it off of someone. Or perhaps him and his men ambushed a knight that was on a journey.
It would not surprise me.
But this is an attunement item.
Oh, it does something.
Yes, it does do something. It is not just an item. It is not just something you sell, no. Or I guess it's not just an item of holy significance. It actually is a magic item. When you attune to this item, it allows you to cast the spell Wind Ball once per long rest.
Pause chat.
Okay. I don't know, I was just taking a moment to, double check fucking windows. That's a beefy spell, all things considered.
Yeah. It's a pretty good spell.
I don't have a lot of people to give insight at the moment to around me, so I'm gonna ask just Kai directly. Would you want this
To use wind wall or something.
to use Windwall?
Maybe
I can't
sword.
ask anyone else. I can't ask anyone else.
Sword might like that more, but
True. I mean, he did say it related to a figure that was from his homeland, so I guess it might be something that he would be interested in.
Potentially. Yeah.
So we're gonna
But
we're how about this? Let's put a narrative pin in the possession of the wing, and when more people come back, we'll circle back around to that and have whoever
Yeah.
picked it up attuned to it on the trip, and that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. But it is called the Marbled Wing.
Marbled wing. Okay. In the meantime, I guess I'll just hold on to it, but yeah, and then whenever we get more people in, we'll talk about it.
Sounds good. But that is all you find.
Oh, I do want to check. Do the daggers look like they're resettable?
Yes, they are.
Nice.
However,
Damn.
the one thing is they use what appears to be a special kind of cartridge system, where once they open up and they release the crow's feet or the caltrops along the ground, you then have to purchase or craft a replacement.
Oh god, the daggers with the microtransactions.
True. You're not entirely sure how exactly they are able to fit so many tiny little weapons inside the pommel, or I guess the handle of the dagger.
True, it's
But
like upgraded, right? Like it's not 5 square, it's like 10 feet around, right?
no, it's 5 feet around it.
Oh, it's 5 feet. I thought before it was like it took up a big space. I thought.
Yeah, that was 5 feet. 5 feet's a 3x3. Oh, my bad. I see what you mean. No, it's a 5-foot cube, or I guess a 5-foot square. Like it's a 3x3 grid.
Yeah, because I thought regular Caltrops was like just 5 feet big.
Yeah, they're a 5-foot space. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I got confused myself there. Yeah. No, yeah, it definitely is a lot bigger than that. But that's the joke, is you're unsure how it fits so many crow's feet inside the handle of a tiny dagger, which leads you to believe that there's probably some kind of arcane force involved, even if the blades themselves aren't magical. But you just, for now, you recognize that the daggers are not attunement, and you find it best to not question it,
Fair.
as it's
Fair enough.
only solely to your benefit for now. But you begin to crest the hill. Coming down along the road, you arrive at the Crestview Winery. You see its sprawling estate sat at the very top, along with its miles of wine vineyards that stretch out around it. And I will move you all here.
New map.
The setting
Whoa.
sun casting a glow down on you.
Oh wait, isn't that?
I know that character.
Wait, what? Why are you following us?
What?
Yeah, there's like 4 characters that we see.
That like dark elf with the flute or whatever, and the giant. Mostly that
I don't
guy.
know what you mean.
Mostly that guy.
I don't know what you mean, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that guy is.
now I'm gonna have to. Clearly, the DM is trying to say something.
I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Approaching the estate, around you, you notice a few things, a couple of familiar sights. The Craven merchants, oh so familiar, have already seemingly arrived,
Oh
having
my
set up shop. What?
Fancy meeting you here. Oh my fucking god, no.
You're not exactly sure how they knew you'd be here. But sure enough, much like they told Soren, their services would always be right where you need them. For it would not be them that needs you. It would be you that would likely need them. And here they are, as Soren gives a small look of surprise at having encountered them again already. I hear Discord postings. But not only is that the only familiar face you see, you recognize the large mechanical warforged sat near one of the vineyards. His tall stature kind of casting him in a bit of a obvious light as his moss-covered metal paints him against the background of green. Yet he is not the only machine that stands amongst the vineyards. You notice very well-dressed mechanical automatons. They are quite tall, not exactly large, but they are reasonably tall for automatons as they delicately pick the fresh grapes from the orchards or from the vineyard vines. And as you look out amongst the fields, there is numerous of them. As they all work together in sync silently, they utter not a word. Yet you can hear the occasional release of steam from their bodies and the whirring of their gears and rotations of the gyros. as the automatons go about their work, mindlessly, but delicately. And also, you notice the well, no, you can't see Scritch and Reach from down here.
Ugh.
That you're kind of at the bottom of the hill.
Oh shit. Oh, this map is. Wait, hold on. I wasn't zoomed out properly. Alright,
Yeah, feel free to go about it. Nothing important's happening yet. I will say, over at the far left, you also notice what appears to be one of the servant houses. Positioned, or seemingly manned by a person, sat in a chair out front, one of his arms bearing a striking colorization of bronze, as a cigar hangs in his mouth, nestled between his teeth.
alright. Oh, okay, this music. Am I invisible right now? Is it dim light?
Yes, I'll say you're invisible.
Alright. Well, I mean, are we like what's happening? Are we just standing here for now, just looking?
Yeah, you were walking, and now you've just arrived at the bottom of the estate. You've reached the top of the Vineyard Hills, and you can see the estate at the very top. And now the world is your oyster, and you can kind of go do what you do. You can kind of explore the grounds a little bit, talk, do whatever you want. Or if you wish to go ahead and meet the master of the estate, you can just walk up the hill.
Where's Kaizoru? He was just with us.
I've been trying to finally confront this individual. Oh my god, I dwarf him.
He is kind of.
There we go.
He got bigger.
I didn't have your tokens on the screen when I made this map, so I didn't have size comparisons.
I love he's now bigger than you guys.
Shut up.
Assuming I could like just reveal myself to him.
Yeah, you can.
Big.
I'll just start talking from behind him.
As you start talking, he'll kind of jump backwards, quickly spinning around. Does he see you?
What? Oh yeah, I revealed myself. Yeah.
All right. Whoa! Don't scare someone like that. He'll give you a bit of a flirtatious grin.
You've been seeing you around quite a bit.
Oh, that's funny. I like to think I tend to get around a lot of places.
Oh,
You probably did.
What's in his hand? Sorry.
A flute.
Oh. Who are you?
Oh, you don't know?
I just look at him.
Well, I figured someone would have known by now. My name is Vasim Vile. Instrumentalist, bard, ladies' man, taster of wine, and enjoyer of festivals.
All right.
He will not extend his hand.
I mean,
Rather, it will give you a smarmy little grin.
at least I don't extend my hand either, so that's fine. I'll just say, so you just hang around.
Yeah, you could say that. I've been seeing the sights. This is my first time in the capital city, so I've been roaming around, taking in the views, tasting the local flavors. Isn't that what you're here? There's a big festival going on in a couple of days.
Yeah. Just felt like I've been seeing you a lot around. That's all.
Oh,
Have you? Funny how that works. People say I have a familiar face. I don't know why. I'm usually one of the only few dark elves that ends up wherever I go. But I get that a lot.
All right. All right. I'll leave you to your business, I
Yeah, just playing the flute. I'm here for the tasting. What you here for?
guess. Business, I guess you could say.
Oh, well, that's no fun. That's the funny thing about most elves. It's always business or something serious. Ain't nobody got time to relax these days.
Yeah. Me in particular, no. So that's just how it is sometimes.
Well, hopefully one day you'll be free from the matriarchy. Like me. And then maybe we can share a glass of wine together.
Oh. I'm not a. No, I'm not a dark. I'm not a dark elf.
Oh,
Well, I guess.
Yeah, technically, the Shadow Kai are also under a matriarchy because they
Yeah.
serve the Raven Queen. So
Yeah, technically, it sounds like. Yeah.
yeah, he's just kind of poking fun at you.
Uh, yeah. Just, I'll just leave.
Here to interrogate that guy, immediately disarmed. It's like, I gotta know why he's following us. It's like, oh. Doesn't give you anything to work with at all. But my man's got the bard crew. Vasim's got the bard charisma. Okay. Hazoru. As you get close up the hill, kind of just arrive close to the estate, you hear some chatter going on. I gotta get their names on the screen. You hear the familiar clatter of black steel and the accompaniment of voices chattering back and forth. While being invisible, you recognize one of the nobles from the capital who greeted you in the audience hall. Specifically, Henriksen. That is the wrong name for the wrong guy. Henriksen, the man from Zubenza, vassal of the Empire. And specifically, the leash for the Blackguard. And where he goes, the Blackguard are not far behind, for you see them as well. As Oryx stands tall amongst his men, and imposing as they kind of flank another man, who appears to be an elf also. As you get close enough, do you want to hear their conversation?
Sure. I'll listen in.
Alright, you listen in. And it seems to be Henriksen mostly talking to the elf out front. Mr. Darrowwill, I do not wish to intrude on your peaceful estate, but we have come to recognize that there has been a significant amount of concern coming out of this place
Most notably, your estate has been linked to some crimes going on amidst the capital. I do not understand what you mean, good sire. This estate has never gotten into trouble. We have always served the Duchess loyally. Oh, unfortunately, sir, I've noticed that some of your goods that have come in have have arrived into the hands of the more distasteful types of its society. That's not exactly something a good business broker would allow, now is it? I do not know what to say, sire. And my associate here, Orex, has also come to the information that you've harbored some, we will say, cold bloods. As we are talking like men, I do not want to be uncouth about the situation. And while we are performing our investigation for the Empire, in a bid to resolve this issue amidst the capital, it would do you unjust to ally yourself with such despicable creatures. Sire, they simply came asking questions, and I answered. They sought refuge, and I provided. That is what the estate does. So long as guests are willing to pay, or are noble enough to enjoy the tasting, that is as deep as it goes. I am not harboring anyone. There are no criminals. I do not know what you mean by cold bloods. Oh, so your hospitality is quite welcoming, is it? In that case, you would not mind if we stay the grounds for a few nights or so. To perhaps investigate this place deeper and sample your generosity, since you are so willing. Orex will kind of stomp up to him in a bit of a imposing manner. Making the elf fold ever so slightly. You can see the beat of nervousness on his face, as he seems he has no choice but to acquiesce, despite being uncomfortable. Very well, sire. You may of course stay as long as you need. Orex will reach out a hand and kind of clasp him by the face with a heavy metal gauntlet.
That's a good knife here. Does you good to know your place amidst your betters.
Henriksen will throw his cloak to the side, and the Black Guard will gather up behind him, and they'll start marching. Come, men! Let us explore the grounds.
Alright. I'll just move out the way.
Alright, they will walk away and just start exploring. I'm going to move them off screen, but they will head down towards Amaryllis. And as they keep walking, it is Orex who will actually stop, and he'll turn around. He'll look in your direction, Kaizoru.
Who?
Orex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll look in your general direction. And as he stares for a little bit, unsure if he actually sees something, make me a Arcana or a Religion check.
Okay. Let me see which ones. Just make sure I know which one's better.
You're a cleric, so I'll give you advantage on religion.
All right. Well, I'll just do
Need to
that one then.
restock your pantry?
I customized my. Never mind. Let me open the sheet again. Okay. Religion. Okay, cool.
That's enough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's
12 is still enough.
a low roll camp session.
You feel the presence of something on Oryx. Given that you are a cleric, you recognize the power of religion, as well as its influence. And you feel it swath over you. It seems some sort of aura bleeds off of the Blackguard captain. And while you can't be 100% sure if he sees you, you feel that he is getting something from it. And most notably, you recognize the signs of a pantheon. He is a faithful. Specifically, I'm scrolling down the gods list. 1 second.
That is it. The kid, that one war god.
Yes, specifically, he is a pledged to Vigron, the Black Pantheon god of war.
That one.
So you know
They
you
both
know
have.
what
They both that
you
fight
know
it.
what kind of powers he has.
All right.
Yep. And Oryx has the keen sense, likely for a strong opponent.
There's a bunch of them
Even-
down there. After.
Even if he cannot see it.
Okay.
But Amaryllis Henriksen will approach you as him and his men, his legionnaires, are leaving the estate grounds, or perhaps not necessarily leaving, but taking another path to explore it further. Ah! A pleasure. Captain of the Guard. Leader of the Duchess's most adept.
Sir, I'll do a curt bow as is expected.
Ah. You know your place. Good. It will do you well once this whole ordeal is wrapped up before the festival. After all, I intend to be the one to resolve it. And Zubenza, and he'll kind of look around, humble little venue here, will become quite close allies.
Do you not believe that I and my men are not capable of resolving this?
I do not believe you are incapable. Oh no, far from it. I am sure the Duchess has quite the most excellent warriors. But are you even a crumb as efficient as the Blackguard and the Legion of Zubenza? No, I would not think so. It would like be comparing a giant to a grain of sand, after all.
I think I do more than irritate people.
I am sure. But the noble elf of this estate has offered us asylum while we do our investigation. So, if you are here for the same reason, I suggest you do not stand in the way of the Blackguard. You do not want to be on the sour end of ebony steel. I jest, of course. But in seriousness, I would keep a keen eye out for those cold bloods. The emissaries of Kowloon are a foul lot. Do not lump yourself in with them. I would not want things to go sour and relationships turn dire. Nippers! I was zoomed in, so that was really funny.
Well, if the Duchess has faith in someone from that land, who am I to judge?
As you would know better not to, given your place. You are here to serve, not speak. And he will give you an imperial salute. Come, men. As we were.
Grammarly provides a bunch of different suggestions to improve the correctness and style of your writing.
Get that shit out of here.
As you were, commences hat break.
And the Blackguards will march past you, Amaryllis, without sparing you any more time. Although Oryx will stop and give Orion a little side eye. The elf out front will give a long drawn out sigh as he's finally no longer being harassed. And as he stands towards the top of the estate, he'll see the others coming. Or he'll see all of you approaching. Well, save for Kaizoru. He'll gesture out a hand in welcome. And he'll call out, but not to you. Reach! You're not down there fraternizing again, are you? It looks like we have guests. Specifically from the capital. A kobold will kind of shake himself out of his chat that he's having with the large warforged and the lizard folk to the net beside him. And he'll turn around and see you standing there, Amaryllis. Ah! Sorry. Nippers! Nippers attack!
Get him.
I'm sorry. The captain. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
Hope I didn't startle you too much. But I assure
No,
you that there's no black slime creatures attacking you today.
Yeah, that business at the square was a whole kind of mess. Thanks for that.
I recall seeing both of you there, in fact.
The lizard folk will turn and give a funny little look at you and just... As Scritch doesn't talk too much.
That's quite alright.
Damn fine dancer, though. I doubt you'd find a better one, at least on the estate grounds.
How big is the estate grounds? You have a lot of working machines here.
Yeah, the estate grounds spans about, I don't know, I think almost 50 acres. At least in full. With the most notable places being the main building itself and the servant house, or at least the servant grounds. There's not just a servant house here. There's the harvesters have their own entire grounds that they man all to themselves. Only the most trusted. But the robots, they're handled by him. He'll point down there at the man's sat in front of his small little cottage.
And what's your position?
Oh, I'm just the master's ward. Just a servant with extra steps.
Well, I'm sure you're still proud of your job, regardless.
Yeah, you could say that. I didn't know you'd be coming. It's not, you know, it's not exactly ordinary for the captain of the Capitol Guard to be right here on the estate.
Well, neither is it for an emissary of Zubenza to be investigating the grounds either.
Yeah, that guy's been giving the master a lot of headaches. It wasn't just him, too. There was another one that came through. Bunch of women in red.
Well, did you happen to know what brought them here in the first place?
Now they all think that the estate has something to do with this attack on the city. I don't know how they've come to that conclusion, but it's something they were both here asking about.
And he'll kind of raise an eyebrow. Is that what brings you here too?
Yes, although I'm not sure how they. Well, let's just say I found my own lead my way, and I'm not quite sure what brought them here.
And I don't know, they're pretty tight-lipped about it.
Regardless, I appreciate the knowledge he gave. Is there anything of noteworthy I should know about?
Only that I guess we're still doing tastings, and that if you were looking to explore, the grounds are open to you. Although if you want to look inside the estate itself, you'll have to talk to the master. He's the one that handles all of that stuff. Especially there's a tasting still about to go on right now. So if you were looking to explore inside the estate, you might have to, humor him a little bit.
Are there any guests on the grounds at the moment?
Oh, a whole bunch. Mostly nobles. And the
Amaryllis, hearing that, Amaryllis is gonna glance over at the party, exactly what it consists of. Just nippers, the fucking Marok, still dressed like I'm pretty sure he's
A barbarian.
Like, barbarian. Orion just dual wielding, and Soren's the only one that looks like he fit it.
Yeah. Your buddies might have to put on some nicer clothes if they're gonna head inside.
Perhaps. They wouldn't perhaps be offering private sessions for such a group.
I mean, you could, if you would, you might be able to swing it with the master, but I don't have the authority to let you do something like that.
Very well. Perhaps we could find something to put over them.
He'll giggle a little bit at that. All right, well, I'm sure the master's not gonna be too patient with me standing here yapping at you. Come here.
Of course.
Go meet him yourself.
Kazura, how did you get ahead of us?
Just a little roundabout.
He went the long way.
Um,
Look,
but I will relate. Well, with That's kind of a little whisper of what I heard, overheard from the conversation earlier.
All right. He informs you that the Blackguard are here and they are harassing the people of the estate for information.
Yeah, he certainly was harassing me.
All right. So are we about to, wait, so right now we're about to do a wine testing? Is that what's
Oh,
happening?
and I'll let Kaiser know that the damn, what are they fucking called again? I have the name. Ah, damn it! Wait, I have it here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I don't fucking have it here because I don't have the fucking information. Yeah, Santra. Is that her name? Santra?
Yes, Santra of the Blood Cairn. Yep.
Yep, Santra's of the Blood Karen with her own people who hate, who also hate the Blackguard are here as well.
Mm.
Yep. The two factions fighting in the lobby, basically.
This could only go really well.
But
I like to imagine that the Blackguard's like going through the tour, like drinking the wine through the helmets.
probably stepping on the vineyards as they go. But as you approach Amaryllis, the estate owner, a high elf, will approach you. As Reach kind of steps to the side. Ah, my lady. Captain of the Guard, Amaryllis. I don't think we've ever had the pleasure. And he'll give you a small bow.
Yes, I've never met you in person, Sir Albus. I'll give a
I-
respectful bow back.
I suppose my reputation precedes me. I hope my estate is flattering enough for a woman of your caliber.
Oh, it more than suffices, sir.
I assure you, this next batch of Ruby's gift will be quite tasteful for the ceremony. It will be the festival's pinnacle.
Well, we will certainly see. But in the meantime, is there perhaps a chance you can provide a private viewing with my unique group?
He will look out amongst amongst your compatriots. Oh, I see you are not alone. Are all of these men in standing with Her Majesty?
Vessels for the festival.
Oh, certainly an uncordially bunch.
But they did provide a fine deed for the Duchess, and rewarding them thoroughly, I think, is a patronage she offers.
I have no doubt that if they are here at your side, then they must have performed some sort of feat of magnitude worthy of her grace's boon. In terms of a private,
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead, Kaiser.
I wasn't going to say anything important.
Oh, okay.
Why Soren here is a diplomat from the insert city, insert place here.
Oh my lord, he's from Sosa.
It's from I've never been there, so he's from yeah, he's a representative from there.
In terms of a private tasting, it's going to be quite difficult given the amount of guests I am currently hosting. There would be a substantial wait. Likely much further into the afternoon, into the night, maybe.
I could just. mm, I mean, well, I'll mention that maybe we could just do like a few people in there.
Huh. I mean, well, I suppose that could potentially do. Although, if you were to taste amidst the nobles, you would have to adorn yourself in as custom would dictate. He'll kind of look around at everyone.
I'll just
I
say.
feel like Moreau would say no.
Yeah.
He would look him straight in the eye and say no.
But he will look at you, Kaiser, and say, "Your attire is certainly it is not uncomely. I believe you would probably fit in fine. It may not be royal wear, but it is not distasteful."
It's fine. I don't have to. I don't have to go in. Side eye Amarillo. Just click, kind of kick my shoes a little bit.
Oh, you got a new shoe. Well, I guess if you want to split up, well, how about this? I'm gonna look at how this is say. Do you mind if we discuss between us for a moment?
Of course, very well. May of course do so.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right. So, now outside of prying eyes and wagging tongues, um, what do you think? Amaryllis Soren inside?
Yeah, you guys can go inside. I could be invisible and still be inside. I think.
Yeah, you'd be invisible, still inside, and then Orion and and Moreau can go. I don't know, fight robots in the film. No one buying.
What do you mean, fight robots?
Okay. If any character was to start fighting fucking robots in the middle of the fucking vineyard, it's gonna be Orion.
True. He'll probably fucking get here next session and think we're in combat with the automatons everywhere.
Yeah, and okay, so one invisible person following Soren and Amaryllis, and then I'll keep Nippers with Marok and Orion, and I'll be able to use telepathy with Nippers just to get an idea of what's happening outside.
Yeah.
Nippers
Because-
will chew on the leg of one of the automatons.
Well, I mean, I don't really have to be invisible, but I guess an invisible person is fine. Just because, because they already said I could go in. What?
Like on one hand, like you could go in not invisible and then become invisible, but
Oh.
then there's the question of, oh, where'd your third guy go? So, or you could just go in invisible, and then there's never the question of where you went.
True. Yeah.
But if you show up afterwards, then it's gonna be like, how'd you get in?
Yeah, the window was open.
The window's open. Just say you were in the restroom. That's it.
All right, yeah, I can still go in invisible. Well, yeah, I can go in invisible. Might be bright.
I'm sure
might be some lights in there, but I'm sure there's gonna be some dim light patches. Half joke.
Don't
I'm sure
worry,
you figured by now, Kaiser, that while you are invisible to both sight and sound. It does work like the spell, where if you perform an action like casting magic or making an attack action or doing something like that, your invisibility does end.
Well, now you told me that.
Well, I figured it would have been obvious because that's how invisibility works in D&D.
Down. My shoes are low. Well, yeah. All right.
But if you want to go back invisible, it just takes an action. It's an action You tap your shoes together, boom, you're invisible again.
Oh, this greater invisible. All right.
Greater invisible. You need to go on the quest line for greater shoes.
True. But the amount of the amount of money I dumped into this. What's okay? All right. Well, I mean, yeah, we could just do that plan. I could go invisible.
I will say, talking does not end it though.
Some of that's funnier.
Just start. What was that?
Who goes there?
All right.
Okay.
Good to know.
With a plan in place, collect Soren, and the two of you prepare yourselves to go inside the estate. But that is where we're actually going to stop. Because as much as I would love to go to the next map and show the inside of the estate and
Oh,
all
you
of the
could
nobles and stuff like that.
You could at least show us. Smile.
Sure. Actually, you know what? Since you're here, I will take the two of you inside. I'll go ahead and drag Soren in there too. I'll give you the little opening descriptor too, also. But we won't do any exploring.
Oh shit.
NPCs.
Yep.
Jokes on you. They all have true sight. No.
As the three of you enter the estate, approaching the tasting, well, immediately unfolding before you appears to be a small bar manned by two people.
Leans against the wall.
Nobles litter the room. Each one of them wearing, well, most of them, the important ones, wearing fanciful garb from head to toe, adorned in beautiful colors that array like a menagerie of a kaleidoscope, with flicks of gold upon each of their clothing. Each one stands out in a different fashion due to the unique masks they wear to hide their true faces, adorning instead personas as they go about the tasting ceremony anonymously, getting their, I suppose, tongue wet on the ruby gift, the prime wine that will be served at the estate. Each one hoping to get a glimpse of it before the festival actually begins. Their reasons bringing them here, likely with different undercurrents, as some of them maybe hail from other estates or within the capital themselves. But one thing that does stand out are the strange ones dressed in black, sat at a table off in the corner by themselves. They do not speak to anyone else. Merely they reside on their lonesome, three at a table, discussing solely amongst themselves. Although it is difficult to make out what they say. Also, I realize I made these tokens a bit too big. I'm gonna have to start using the players as a size comparison.
Everyone's large.
Because it's hard to freehand. It's hard to freehand the sizes of the tokens without anything to compare it to.
Yeah.
But Kaizoru, 3 of those people that I described fit your vision.
Oh. All right, time to go kill them. All right, well, this.
But that is where we'll call the session. Give you a little sneak peek inside. When we begin the session, when we begin next session, we will be back outside at the estate talking with Daryl Will. And that will allow everyone else to kind of catch up and get a feel for the estate and explore and stuff like that. And then you can break it down and go inside if you want. But that's what awaits you inside. The nobles' tasting ceremony. And the strange individuals that reside by themselves. That only one of you has knowledge of. So, favorite, least favorite. Oh, well, I guess I'll say the thing anyway. I want to thank you all for joining me every week. Make my dream go live, because without the players, I have no one to DM for. And as much as I hated not having 3 people, I'm still glad we did a little bit today. So, even if I wanted to do a whole lot more. So, we didn't do anything important. No crazy reveals. Just saw the estate. Got some questions answered. And that will be the starting point of Act 2 next session. So, we'll do favorite, least favorite.
Hello. It was very nice seeing the different characters come back from the just like the simple kobold to the simple kobold to the Oryx and the Zubenza people, and seeing
Yep.
like some circle all around. I know it's easy to say all stuff like that is important, but it helps build the story progression. Like if not, it's just like if they just show up once and then at the climax, it wouldn't feel like it fleshed out,
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see that characters like that would circle back around.
Absolutely. Continuity.
Least favorite? Not a lot of interactions between the party. Not sure why. That happens.
Yeah. It's kind of hard when half your party just doesn't come up. It just doesn't come, so. But
it's I can rip on it like all day, but like no point really. And overall, I enjoyed the little stuff we did.
Yeah. Me too. What little bit there was there, I liked. But fuck, like people gonna have to start showing up. We're gonna have to figure something out with this because I do not want to wait forever for this campaign to finish.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play a new character.
But hopefully Murphy says he'll be more consistent starting next Saturday. So
yeah, they're fixing a schedule, right?
Yeah, he's fixing his schedule. So hopefully he'll be good. Hopefully Toy will stop missing every other session and finally be here. And hopefully Orion doesn't leave again for a TV show. If he does that again, I am just cutting him from the campaign. I'm not dealing with that shit. I will tell him that the TV show can wait, and then But if he still decides he would rather just go watch a TV show, then nah, we don't need him here. But you got anything else for me, Ivy?
I like the vineyard. Like
Thank
the
you.
set piece. I like all the
There's a
little
lot more to
details
see.
details of putting little robots there. Didn't have to, but I thought it added to the scene.
Mm-hmm. We haven't. What I might do is I might back us all the way up to the start of the vineyard. We'll see. We'll just see how things feel next week. Like if everybody's here and everything's good, I might rewind us a little bit. But I'm not 100% certain on that.
I remember like you got like two. You still got 2 people outside that can be in the vineyard if you want.
Well, I'm gonna back us up to the outside the estate because I do kind of want to let Soren flex his roleplay muscles a little bit because since he's playing a diplomat.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
But
Like
I
I
don't know if
said,
I'll rewind us all the way
lot
to
of lot of rehashing, you know.
yeah. But I'll try to keep it quick. Most of the longest rehashing will be getting Marok up to speed. That will be the bulk of the rehashing, because not a lot happened that really involved Soren. Solely that can't just be explained in a recap. But yeah. Anything else?
I did not have anything else.
All right, Mr. Kai, favorite, least favorite.
Favorite? I finally got my shoes. Cool. Having
True shoes.
yeah, it feels good.
The quest for shoes.
um, damn, you could do some crazy shit. All right. Yeah, shoes. The foreshadowing of foreshadowing. Gotcha. The possible shadow dragon encounter. Maybe. Yeah, got to see the vineyard. Got to some more NPC faces. Not bad. Yeah, kind of sucks that everyone else was not really here. But I'm still kind of glad we got to run it just so we can like move things along. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, like we got some information, but I don't think it was anything like crazy. So it wasn't. There was like
No,
a
it's just transitionary.
combat miss or anything, so it was like fine. But yeah, I don't mind. Looking forward to this a wine tasting with these 3 individuals. Looking forward to how is it gonna be handled.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
the random bar just follow always always there. Yeah.
Well, I kept putting him there because well, I'm not gonna tell like what his motivations is or like who he is or anything like that. But I've been putting him in like different maps, just wondering if anybody even noticed him because like nobody has talked to him.
Yeah, because like this is how one of the NPCs. It's like, all right, this guy just there. But now
Eventually, I can use it.
but now but now after seeing him like again, I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Uh, looking forward to a session where everyone's there. 'Cause I think the last time it was session 1. I think everyone was there, and
I
never
think
again after that.
you're
So hopefully, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. All right. My favorite. I'm glad I went ahead and did it today. I was debating it, but I'm glad we did. We got this sort of lead in done because that way, when everybody's back, we can get into the meat of Act 2, which is the whole point of it. If we had put it off, there would have been given everybody potentially wanting to do different stuff before we crossed the lake. It probably would have been like, I don't know. We probably could have ended up spending an entire session without crossing a lake, handling the business of 5 different people.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But so I'm glad we kind of went ahead and just did the lead in because we needed to get into Act 2. We should have already been in Act 2 by now. But there's a lot to see on the estate. There is a lot to do, lot to see, lot to do. I can't talk too much about it because there's a lot of stuff we gotta handle. We gotta figure out what exactly at the core of this place is. Who's behind the mystery? The invasion of the capital. All these new faces. And there will be we will also be seeing the emissaries more. We will be seeing Henriksen. We will be seeing the vampires from Kowloon. We'll be seeing them more. And we will also be seeing Fairweather again. Because they are all tied into this story. Also, we will be seeing the last guy. Amon, I think was his name.
Okay.
Yeah, they are all tied into this, so we'll be seeing all of them. Doma, not Amon. Doma. Yeah, we'll see all of them. Probably actually most of them next session. But yeah, nothing really too crazy to talk about. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm excited to see the interactions with the party. That's what I want. I want to see the interactions with the party around each other and around the NPCs. So, but without the party here, I can't see that. So,
True. Like,
Oh,
I know Ryan would have said some bunch of shit about Oryx being there too.
yeah, I know, but we'll see Oryx again. And shoot, if Orion and Marok do end up staying outside, Orion's gonna run into Oryx very, very quickly. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't have too much to talk about. I do have to go to bed though because I got work in the morning.
All right. Are we
I'm not-
doing the next week? Next week Sunday. The Ivy's.
I can after work.
I got a message from from Toy saying he can do it. So it seems like we're all set.
All right.
I have it all ready. I am severely doubting it's going to be one session, but it's definitely going to be at least 2, maybe.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm just taking the extra time to polish off some stuff.
All right. Look forward to that.
Like, I could honestly run it like tomorrow if we really needed to, but you know.
All right. Well, actually, he said he's not available tomorrow, right? Did he?
Yeah, he can't show up tomorrow. He hasn't even sent me a sheet yet.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. All right.
He said he wants to be I'm pretty sure he said cleric goblin.
Okay.
I don't
Life
think
cleric.
he's ever played a cleric.
So hey, you guys have healing.
True.
I don't know what you mean. I have second wind.
Okay. True. Also
That's all
true.
I need.
Damn, you're right. Foolish me. But yeah,
Oh.
I think it's gonna be really, really nice if everything goes as I hope.
Okay. I'm gonna head out. So later.